Hello, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, everyone. I'm CHELDIN BARLATT RUMER, and this is it. Welcome back to This Is It TV. This Is It Network is your global digital TV network connecting remarkable women to inspiring stories. I do that each and every day through our growing community, our engaging content, and the real connections in which we provide. I'm super excited that we continue to do this Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock Eastern. I share my morning message. This is morning message number 313, if you can believe that. And I'm super excited that we have kept this in this consistent mode of things. I'll keep showing up in hopes that you keep showing up as well. I never know when people need this, right? It was funny. I was talking to a colleague and they had said, you just keep showing up, you keep showing up. How do you know how many people are going to log on? How do you know if people are going to log on? I said, truthfully, I don't know. I don't know. It could be 2, it could be 300, it could be whatever it happens to be. But for me, it's about creating a regimen for myself. It's about creating a routine for myself. And I don't necessarily know who needs me when. And so just being available at a specific time also offers people the flexibility to kind of pop in and see me whenever it is that they in fact need me. I know that a lot of individuals who are out and about, watch this throughout the day. They don't necessarily watch it at 11 o'clock Eastern. They watch it in the evening or what have you, even the next day, or binge them all together. So I just continue to show up, hopefully in hopes that you will continue to show up as well. I'm super excited about a number, as I'm often super excited, but I'm super excited about a number of things that we've got going on and a number of relationships in which we've got cooking. Good morning, Lisa. How are you? And my hope is that we can continue to build out some amazing things with all of you. We have some really exciting things happening. Thanks to our friend Linda McAvenny. How are you, my darling? If you listen to this, today is the final day of our contest that we're running with her and Stella and Dot. That link to the contest link, please enter to win, is within the post. Don't miss out on an opportunity. We're closing things down by end of business today. So please, please, please make sure that you enter to win that. More information on all of the different things that we've got going on and cooking and making things happen, whether it's the personal branding consulting. I've been doing a lot of that. You ladies are attempting to find your voice and tapping into me to help you to navigate that space. And I'm excited for that. So I've been working with some remarkable women to help them find their voice and scream their dream. And so if you are looking for personal branding assistance or help, I'd be more than happy to help you. Hello, Janine. How are you? Jeannie, good to see you. If you need any help, that link is within the post as well. So feel free to click that link and see how I can help you, again, in screaming your dream. Today, we're talking about your strengths. I'm here to remind you to think about what it is that you are good at. I'm here to remind you to strategically have a moment with yourself, with your cup of coffee, with your glass of water, with your, green tea, with your glass of Pinot Grigio. My goal is for you to sit with yourself and for you to determine, what are you good at? Remind yourself why you got into what it is that you were doing. I'm a great communicator. I love, taking care of people. I love teaching people. I love helping people and reaching their goals. I'm an amazing baker. I love to design clothing. What are you good at? What are you good at? Because I found myself even last week, and I say this because I try to be as transparent as possible in this journey, even with my ambition and enthusiasm. There are valleys within my day where I'm like, I do not know what I am doing. This is a mess. This email should have sounded like this. This should have been this. When I'm second guessing myself. And when I'm doing that, I'm typically living in a space of my weaknesses. I'm typically doing something that I'm not necessarily good at or shouldn't be doing in the dang first place, right? And so what I try to think consciously of is, how can I take myself out of those environments? How can I lean into my strengths and leave my weaknesses for others? Because guess what? Those things that I consider weaknesses of mine, they're strengths to so many other people, right? To me, I can't. I can't balance that. I can't create that spreadsheet. I don't want to even look at Excel. That's not my space, right? So now I must surround myself with people who love that space. They love to be able to combine cells and get them to walk and talk and connect with each other. They want to do all of those things. And so I'm going to release that. I'm going to lean into my strengths and release my weaknesses. But you've got to be able to, before you even get that far down the journey, you've got to be able to identify what your strengths are. And I can't believe how many people have yet to sit in that. Yet to be like, I am good at. Have a hard time even identifying what their strengths are. Needless to say, sharing them with others, saying it out loud, and living in that space. So today, if no one else has given you permission to own your strengths, if no one else has given you permission to say, this is what I am good at, this is what I am capable of, this is what I do well, I am the one that's going to be able to do that for you today. That's what I want you to think about. What are you really good at? And oftentimes as entrepreneurs, we tend to build our business, or should build our business around those strengths. Around those strengths. And even if you are not proficient, you being driven in that space will help you get there. But you will not be able to share your strengths or understand or allow for people to understand why you versus someone else if you can't own your strengths yourself. If you are constantly in a position where you are thinking as if, I don't know if I'm capable, I don't know if I can do this, right? And I'm not saying that you should be proficient in everything that you are doing. That's not what I'm saying. Believe me, I still have to create Excel sheets and create spreadsheets. I'm not great at them, but when they are of most importance, I have to get somebody else to do it. When they're my profit and loss statement that I have to manage, somebody else is responsible for that for me. I have to have an understanding of it, but that's not my strength. The core of my business literally runs on the strengths of who it is that Sheldin Barlatt Rumor is. I communicate each and every day. I interview 1 to 5 people each and every day. If that was not one of my strengths, my goodness, there's no way I would even get out of bed. If communicating with people was my weakness, my business would be done. There would be no way that I would function. I have recognized what I am good at. I have recognized what my strengths are, and I have built a career around that, which frees me from the anxiety of what it is that, am I capable? I know this is my skill. I know this is my gift, right? And it might have taken me a long time to figure it out. It might have taken me even longer to own it. But the minute that I owned my strengths, the minute I was like, you know what? I have to prioritize where I shine. I have to prioritize what I do well. I have to put that at the top of the document and leave the things in which I am building on, thriving towards. I have to let that fall to below the fold. I got to let that fall below the scroll. I got to let that fall. I have to lean into who it is that I am. I have to own what it is that I am good at. And that to me is just so important. That to me is just exactly what needs to happen in order for us all to get closer to what it is that we want. We have to be able to focus on your strengths. And if no one has given you permission to do so as of yet, I am the one. And for you individuals who are out there living in your weaknesses, living and reminding yourself constantly about what you do not have, what you are not capable of doing, what you have not accomplished, what you will not accomplish, that using the same energy dwelling on what you are not, if you use that same energy dwelling on who you are, good morning, Karen. If you use that same energy dwelling on who it is that you are and the strengths in which you bring to the table, your world will change. That's not me evangelizing the situation. That is me just simply saying, if I have 5 hours of energy, how would I rather spend that energy? Me, Sheldin, would rather spend that energy delivering morning messages, interviewing individuals. Would I rather spend those 5 hours on spreadsheets and balancing things in which I am ill-capable? No. So how are you spending your time? Are you spending your time in leaning into your strengths, or are you spending that same amount of time and effort dwelling and feeling bad and guilty and angry and frustrated and ashamed about the things in which you are not strong? So I want you to think about that as not only a waste of time, but also, where can you get further along? And you guys who follow me know my feeling about New Year's resolutions. and how I cannot stand them. Good morning, Candy. How I cannot stand New Year's resolutions. I can't. Because what typically happens is you say, I have never done this before, or I do this badly. And what I'm going to do on this new year, in this new day, is that I'm going to attempt excellence in something that I do not favor, that doesn't favor me, that I'm not good at, that I don't even want to do. So you're begrudgingly creating this New Year's resolution, knowing that come March, it's going to fade. This is what happens. This is what happens for every New Year's resolution. This is the time. We are in a space, even July, even if it lasted this long. Usually about February, March, we begin to dwindle. Why? Is because we're starting at zero, claiming that we're going to get to a specific place. What I suggest we do for New Year's resolutions instead is finding something that you are good at and gaining excellence. Finding something that you are good at and becoming great. As opposed to the baseline and the disdain, I don't want to work out, and I don't want to work out, all of the things. And then bringing yourself to a baseline of being okay. When you could have used that same energy to go from good to great, from great to excellent, as opposed from nothing to mediocre. The same energy. And so I want us to rethink about our strengths. I want us to rethink about the energy that we are putting into the things in which we are not capable, the energy in which we are putting into the things that do not serve us. And I want us to not only identify, recognize, but live in the strengths of what it is that we bring to the table, and share those strengths with as many people as we possibly can, and leave the weaknesses for those, right? Leave our weaknesses alone so those around us that are capable in those categories can thrive in a space in which they enjoy. We all have our own unique equation in which we navigate this world. Do so in strength. I'm CHELDIN BARLATT RUMER, and this is it. Make sure that you follow, fan, and like us everywhere you find at This Is It TV. Again, today is the last day for our Stella and Dot. Hello, Sasha. How are you? How are you guys? Thank you so much for watching. For those of us that are interested in signing up, please, we have our Stella and Dot contest. That link can be found within the post. If you need me for any personal branding advice and or guidance and would like to sign up for our Scream Your Dream package, that link is also in the post. More exciting news from us can be found at thisisItTV.com. Exciting, wonderful, new episodes. All can be found from our hosts as well as our programs, and our talk shows can be found at thisisit.tv. I'm telling you, it is time for you to lean into your strengths. There's only an up on the other side. I will see you all tomorrow. Make sure that you no longer whisper your wishes. It's time for all of you to scream your dream. Take care. Hello, Letitia.